Hello, everyone, and welcome to another special edition of Pepito Live. Welcome, everybody, and welcome to this edition. We have done several updates regarding COVID situations in Costa Rica and travel requirements in Costa Rica because now the tourist season is starting. A lot of people are excited. So we want to make sure that we are available to answer any questions you folks may have out there. Just a couple of weeks ago, we actually did a really informative live show with Dr. Hansel Larios from Playa del Coco. This doctor came in live and answered a lot of questions about this COVID situation in Costa Rica and how to enjoy your holiday while remaining safe. So for anyone who hasn't had the opportunity to see this very informative show, you could see it by subscribing to our Pepito Live Costa Rica YouTube page. And we will also put the link on this page here later, so you could actually just click on it and actually see the show. Please, amigos, if you're planning a holiday, we're going to say it and repeat it. Please be smart, be preventive, and take the proper decision. So this is what this video is going to be all about. Now, today, once again, we're going to be happy to have one of our favorite special guests on the show. Attorney Marcela Gurdian is going to be joining us right now to talk about more the requirements in terms of immigration in Costa Rica so that actually people can start planning more specifically their holiday. Hola, Marcela, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, Pepito, how are you? Thank you for inviting me again.
You are so welcome again. So, Marcela, that is it. Now, people have started to come in. People are excited because now we heard some time ago that the COVID test is not required anymore in Costa Rica. So people are online doing their booking and so forth and coming to Costa Rica. So we would like before Christmas to do an update with you or a review and give people an opportunity to maybe ask some questions if they haven't had the opportunity to do so with you. I know for some people, maybe some of the things we're going to say is a little bit of repetition, but yet I think still so important. And Marcela, maybe for those people who don't know you a lot, I'm going to give you here a little 30 seconds so you could explain who is Marcela Gurdian.
Thank you, Pepito. So I am an immigration lawyer. I have been doing immigration for 25 years. We have a company named Immigration Experts, and we have 4 offices in Costa Rica, in Guanacaste, Playa del Coco, Tamarindo, Nosara, and also in San Jose. I love what I do, and I love to help foreigners moving to Costa Rica because my parents were foreigners moving to Costa Rica. So I really love what I do.
Cool. Marcela, we do have a little comment on the screen. On a un petit commentaire sur l'écran. J'ai omis de le mentionner, mais vous parlez quand même très bien français. Alors, est-ce que vous allez le faire en français? La réponse, elle est, si vous avez des questions, les amis qui nous regardez, sentez-vous bien à l'aise d'exprimer vos questions et nous allons les présenter à Marcela et elle vous répondra en français et j'en ferai la traduction également en anglais. So, Marcela, just so we could start, now COVID test, we know everybody is happy about that the test is not a requirement anymore here in Costa Rica. But from the insurance perspective, that is still a must, right?
Yes, Pepito, as you already know, because of the different shows that we already did together, we know that the high season is already here. So we knew that the government wants to facilitate the entrance of foreigners to Costa Rica because of the economic situation and because we need tourism in Costa Rica. So now anybody who has a medical insurance, who has a flight ticket to go out of Costa Rica and is able to enter Costa Rica. They just have to fill a form at the Ministry of Health webpage. It's a health pass. It's a very simple form, and they have to show that they have a medical insurance for 90 days or even less, and they will be able to stay in Costa Rica. They will be able to enter Costa Rica. Anybody that entered Costa Rica by November 30, 2020 is able to stay in Costa Rica until March 2, 2021. Even if at the airport they got the stamp for 20 days, they are able to stay in Costa Rica until March 2, 2021. Is 100% sure and confirmed with immigration. They were given a stamp for 20 days, Pepito, because they had a medical insurance for only 20 days. So they don't need to extend the visa. That's for people who enter Costa Rica until November 30, okay? So those people who are entering Costa Rica in December, if they are given 20 days visa, is because they have the medical insurance for 20 days, okay? So I really advise those people who wants to stay longer in Costa Rica to buy the medical insurance for 90 days. So they will be able to stay in Costa Rica for 90 days, okay?
So that is the big question right now, and that's the question we've been getting more and more from people, actually, because the context has changed. People are excited. People want to, now they've got their ticket, they have an opportunity to lodge in Costa Rica, or some people are actually already in Costa Rica, and they're saying, well, I would like to extend my stay, but I received 20 days or 30 days or whatsoever. So what is the best solution, Marcela? What is the best true advice that you could give us?
Okay, normally the process to extend the visa is easy, normally, but we are not facing normal times. So now to get an appointment to extend a visa, we have to make a phone call to a call center and request the appointment to extend the visa. And those appointments, Pepito, are completely full until October 2021. So if someone wants to extend the visa, okay, we can make the petition, we can make the phone call, we can make the appointment and get the form with the appointment for October 2021. They will never get the visa extended because the appointment is until October. But at least if they have this document that they request the appointment, for me, that's enough proof to stay in Costa Rica. But, you know, we are facing a really difficult situation with this pandemic. Everything is changing from one day to the other. And I talked to people at immigration today, and they told me that they have to request the appointment, okay? But the problem is that the appointments are full until October 2021. Mm-hmm. So if they go out of Costa Rica, Pepito, they come back and they have a 90 days medical insurance, they will be able to stay 90 days. If they want to be 100% sure about what they are doing in Costa Rica, about their legal status, I will go out and come back. Because, I mean, the information was clear, Pepito. If you want to stay 90 days, you need to buy a medical insurance for 90 days. And that's good for everybody, good for the Costa Rican government and good for them because they will be protected in case they get the virus. I hope not. They will be protected by the medical insurance.
So I was talking with someone who was concerned about that issue, and I'm not going to name a name, but this person said that they actually went to the immigration office in Liberia, Guanacaste, and they were successful for a fee of $100 to get their passport renewed and stamped for longer than the original time. Does that seem accurate for you?
If they got the stamp, they were really lucky because that's not the regular process, Pepito. To get the visa extended, you have to pay $100 per month. I mean, if you were given the visa for 30 days and you want the visa for 90 days, you will have to pay $100. You will have to show the exit ticket out of Costa Rica, and they will stamp for another 60 days. But you have to request an appointment. If they went to Immigration Liberia and they got the stamp, they were really lucky. And maybe that person at the immigration didn't know what they were doing. I'm going to call them tomorrow and I will let you know if this is true or not. But the regular process is not that one, Pepito.
Okay. That is why I want to clarify that, because there's other people asking the same question. So before we start recommending this as an option to people, I prefer to say, whoa, let's hang on and let's check and make sure and validate this information, which is very, very important.
Tomorrow. And I will send you a message, but that's not the regular process, Pepito.
Thank you. And we will update the people viewing on this very important question. Now, let's see here. I think we do have like one question here from Rebecca Obando. Do national living in another country need the insurance as well?
If they are Costa Rican and they have Caja, they don't need the medical insurance. If they don't have Caja, they will have to buy a medical insurance for 22 days. And once they are in Costa Rica, they have to go to Caja and fix their Caja situation. But if they don't have Caja, they will have to buy the medical insurance for 22 days.
Okay, Caja being the national insurance program here in Costa Rica. Exactly. So somebody's asking me if we could translate in French. En somme, ce qu'on était en train de discuter tantôt avec Marcela, le point, c'était pour les gens qui sont déjà au Costa Rica, qui veulent avoir une extension de leur visa existant. Alors, si par exemple vous êtes rentré pour une période de 2 semaines, est-ce qu'il y a des possibilités de pouvoir renouveler votre visa pour exemple une période de 2 mois ou 90 jours? Alors, Marcela nous disait que c'est une situation qui est quand même pas facile, pas automatique, très complexe parce que ça prend un rendez-vous avec le bureau de l'immigration et que les rendez-vous sont déjà remplis à fond jusqu'en 2021, n'est-ce pas, Marcela?
Oui, c'est vrai. C'est comme ça. De toute façon, demain matin, je vais téléphoner quelqu'un à Migration Liberia et je peux te confirmer si les personnes peuvent aller personnellement à Migration Liberia, mais ça ce n'est pas le procès normal.
Parfait. Donc, je reviens sur les questions des assurances. Le montant de $50,000, the amount of $50,000, that is still the amount that needs to be covered in whichever way the insurance plan is awarded to an individual, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so, Pepito. I think that the government is gonna change the rules by December 17. That's what I heard today. But I think that if they change the rules, it's gonna be to facilitate the entrance to Costa Rica, because I mean our economic situation is not really good. So Costa Rica needs foreigners here.
Excellent. Okay. So, and the other element that was a requirement, and I believe it still is a requirement, is the lodging insurance for $2,000.
Exactly.
Yes. Now, if I'm a North American or somebody from Europe and I own a condo, for example, here in Playa del Coco or wherever in Costa Rica, I could have this waived, right? If I could prove to immigration when I enter Costa Rica that I actually own a property or a condo here in the country, I could waive that part of the insurance, right?
Pepito, I have heard that it's possible to do that at the airport, but it depends on the documents that you have to show that you own a property in Costa Rica. If the property is in the name of a Costa Rican corporation, then the person has to bring the proper document to prove that the Costa Rican corporation belongs to them. So, and it also depends on the immigration officer, because I mean, now they are getting more flexible, but in the past they were not flexible at all. Now they are more flexible.
OK. Alors, la question était par rapport à s'il y a des gens qui appartiennent des propriétés au Costa Rica, est-ce que l'assurance de $2,000, elle est obligatoire, elle est toujours obligatoire, mais ce que Marcela nous dit, c'est qu'en fait, il commence à y avoir de la flexibilité par rapport à ce point-là. One more question from Anne Tetro. Thank you, Anne, for the question, which is a very important one. What if we are in process of a permanent residency? Do we still have to get out of the country after 90 days?
That's a very important question, Pepito, because let's say someone has the visa for 30 days, but if they apply for residency in Costa Rica, as soon as they have a residency file number, they don't have to go out of Costa Rica. They can stay here forever because they are already applying for residency. So if someone has a residency file open at immigration and they were given a 20 days visa, you don't have to worry because you are already processing your residency. So you're able to stay in Costa Rica as long as you want, except for driving, okay? If you enter Costa Rica December 1 and you were given a visa for 20 days, you are able to drive only for 20 days. But for immigration, you're able to stay forever. But for driving, your visa will be valid for only your driver license will be valid only for 20 days.
Mm-hmm. So if I understand, so if I'm coming down to Costa Rica, I had a 30-day visa. I decide for some reason I'm staying in Playa del Coco, and I walk to downtown. I won't be driving any vehicle, renting any vehicle, or I don't have a vehicle, and I decide to stay without renewing my stamp. I know you're an attorney. Maybe you don't like me asking this question, but what's the worst scenario for me? Once I decide to leave in 3 months, will they put me in jail? Would I receive a fine? What's going to happen to me? Will they allow me to come back to Costa Rica? Or they're just going to say, gracias para visitar a Costa Rica?
Okay, if they don't find any police officer, they are okay. If they happen to find a police officer and the visa is expired, they can face a deportation process and they won't be able to come back to Costa Rica in 5 years. Okay. So, and it already happened to some people I know. They didn't believe that was possible, but it's possible. Okay. So if they are planning to come often to Costa Rica, why they don't apply for residency? I mean, apply for residency and then you don't have any term for your tourist visa. You're able to stay here as long as you want, as long as you are processing the residency.
Perfect. Okay. And one more question here from Zach Long. Thank you, Zach, for the question. How can one extend visa after 3 months, sorry?
Not possible. The visa, the maximum time is 3 months. Unless if you want to apply for residency, then you can stay here as long as you want.
Okay. Now we know that you're an expert in residency, and we're going to be putting all the details, how people can contact you here on the screen in a minute. Marcela, before we conclude, because we just wanted this to be a quick update, is there anything significant or important in terms of entry requirement to Costa Rica that we haven't covered today?
Pepito, as I told you before, if the government decides to change the rules will be to facilitate the entrance of foreigners to Costa Rica. I just advise everybody to be careful, to take all the precautions. The vaccine for COVID will be out soon, so it's better to take all the precautions. You can travel, you can enjoy, you can be happy in Costa Rica, but just take the precautions and buy the medical insurance for 90 days. It's better. Exactly. If you're going to be 90 days, buy the medical insurance for 90 days.
That's right. Yeah, you're so right. We do have one question. Combien pour une résidence? I just want to remind this lady, je vais rappeler à cette personne, ou je dis c'est une femme, mais à cette personne qu'en fait, nous avons déjà, avec Marcela, fait une émission spéciale sur comment obtenir une résidence au Costa Rica. Je vais mettre le lien un peu plus tard, mais en fait, si vous allez voir dans la page YouTube de Pepito Live Costa Rica, vous allez trouver le lien avec l'émission spéciale en français, en fait, et aussi une autre en anglais avec Marcela, où elle répondra à toutes vos questions en termes de prix, le processus, les critères du gouvernement pour obtenir une résidence au Costa Rica et pouvoir y vivre en paix. So we do have a special show that we did, one in French, one in English with Marcela in terms of how to get residency in Costa Rica, and that video could actually be seen in our YouTube Pepito Live Costa Rica YouTube page. Can you travel from all states to Costa Rica?
Yes, of course. Anybody from any country can enter Costa Rica right now. The borders are open.
Absolutely. Perfect. Marcela, we're going to change the subject just very briefly, because you were on a show a little while ago and we were talking about immigration, and we were talking about people who actually want to come to Costa Rica, and that the government was working on a project to consider changing the law to facilitate people who would come to Costa Rica as online workers. And I understand from some media coverage that that is actually moving forward, right? That is good news.
Yes, there are two projects at the Congress now. One is to reduce the investment to $150,000 instead of $200,000, and those people will have some tax benefits. And the other project is for online workers, but it's at the Congress, Pepito.
Okay.
Two projects, they could be approved soon, or they could be Costa Rican time. So we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Be approved soon because it's good for Costa Rica.
But it is moving forward.
It is moving.
So Marcela, the people who want to actually have access to your service could do it. You actually have 4 offices in Costa Rica, right?
Yes, I actually have one in Nosara, not Samara. Nosara,
okay.
San Jose, and Playas del Coco.
Perfect.
Mainly in Playas del Coco.
Mainly in Playa del Coco. And here we have on the screen, this is your email, immigration expert, crcr.com. If people want to have access to your website, get in contact with you to make an appointment and discuss any immigration issues they might want to do with you, right?
Right.
Is your office closing for the holidays?
We are closing Friday until January 4, but I'm gonna be around. I have to work, so I won't have any holidays.
Okay.
I will be working.
This year, being a very special year. Marcela, thank you very kindly for taking the time to come on the show again and do like this very special update. I know we hadn't done it for a little while. Before you leave, I want to hear about some news about my friends El Gusto de la Vida. Are they open for the holidays? Are they open now?
Yes, they are open from Monday till Saturday every day, and in January they will be open 7 days per week.
Okay, that's great. So if anybody is coming into the Playa del Coco area and they want a really, really good, this is one of our favorite restaurants in Coco. If you enjoy really good Italian food, amigos, this is the place to come, El Gusto de la Vida, right downtown Playa del Coco. And I'm not doing this. This is not a paid announcement. I'm just happy to share to people some of our favorite spots, because we believe those are the places to go in Costa Rica. I'm going to check. I think we may have one last question. Mm-hmm. And no, it's just a comment from Kiki Berg. Actually says, thank you, Pepito. We'll be seeing you soon.
Okay, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas. This has been a difficult year for everyone, but I hope it's over soon and the vaccine will be out soon. So 2021 is going to be a wonderful year for everybody. That's my wish for all of you.
Yes, and we wish you the best, Marcela, to you and your family. And we'll see you in the new year again. Okay. Gracias para participar.
Gracias. Chao.
Take care. Chao. Hasta luego.
Chao.